The Office Space for Domestic Statistic is labeling the 60th anniversary date of its routine household conducting examination by looking at how our manners and commitments include modified. It returns us to 1957, the year while John Lennon met Gender McCartney. Human beings as asset were more than skinny and essentials such as meal and clothes took a greater stake of the budgeting. With later, our conducting on habitation has dual, but the cash money we burn up via on snuff has plummeted. And binge? We distribute the identical ratio of our cash to it as 60 year back. In 1957, Maine Secretary Harold Macmillan told, dashingly, how largest of our human beings include never had it so nice. But down there were yet lot of outside toilets, not lot center heater, and just 1 in 5 homes had a wash car. The boomers in domestic mechanism and conducting on recreation was just fair receive by path. A common domestic had a tertiary less than to expend per 1 week, £381 in presence cash, compared in £554 at the time. The big quantity that stands out is the price of receive a rooftop above our heads, that has skyrocketed. Cost on habitation has lost up of 9% to 18% of the full. The decrease of smoke is the largest considerable way of life changing that emerges of the research. Conducting on snuff done up 6% of the domestic budgeting in 1957. Now how has fall to a simple 1%. We include got utilized to inexpensive meal and inexpensive vogue. Which we our allocation to meal has more than rather than halfway. It was a tertiary of conducting, at 33%, and now just 16%. Cash for clothing and shoes has halfway as so, of 10% to 5%. We might complain about on cost rises and the compress on incomes, but in reality we include lot more than replacement revenue for amusement. In 1957, John Lennon's youthful skiffle gang, the Quarrymen, were performance at St. Peter's Chapel in Woolton in Liverpool. But the amusement marketplace was rapidly developing behind later, fair 10% of revenue went on services, that turned on theatre, films, hotels, and holidays. Present, if you add along private consumer goods and services, recreation and recreation consumer goods, categories that did not though already exist behind later, you get to 23%. Perhaps they had never had it so nice yet, of year, they didn't aware which was upcoming circle the angle.